what's been happening in 2022?
It's been a busy and fun year, I think. If we look back, I remember we had a good vacation going to Targhee skiing in February. And then in March, it was spring break. Mama didn't get to join us, but we did with the other families, the Quinns and the Nigrans, we did the trip down to Arizona. Oh, Grand Canyon, Prescott, and then we went down to Cave Creek and did a bunch of biking and hiking and all that kind of stuff. And that was awesome.
That was the second spring break in a row that I didn't join the family.
Yeah.
Work was a little bit busy.
There was a busy soccer season in the spring for you two. And then I think it was right after school ended, we did a van trip just with the family, and we went to Bryce Canyon National Park. That was gorgeous.
May broke her arm.
May did break her arm. So that was
a fun
interesting.
Trip.
Yeah, as soon as we got to the campground, she jumped on her bike and immediately fell off. So we got the van this year, the new van. So that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
and we sold the old one, bring a trailer, and got a lot of money for it on that auction site. That was sweet. We did a bunch of camping in the summer. Did we take like a week-long trip this summer?
Did we?
August, I think we did. Oh yeah, we did. Again with the Quinns, we did Targhee, and then Grand Teton, and then Yosemite. Then we went up and saw your sister in Big Sky.
Yep.
Or we were in Big Sky, and then we saw them real quick and came home. So.
And we saw Nana and Pa then too.
Yep. Yeah. The other big thing has been that both the kids this year were in biking. So Boise Brave mountain bike team, they joined reluctantly. And then we did a skills camp, and she fell in love with it. She met friends and enjoyed the riding. So that was pretty cool. And then the fall came, kids back to school. How'd that go?
It felt a little frenetic to me, but it was good. I mean, the kids were in soccer and in mountain biking, and we were both coaching mountain biking too. Yeah, that was busy.
It was busy. We had to choose sometimes because May wanted to do all the bike races, but she made it into competitive soccer this year, so it was kind of a tough choice sometimes whether to choose a game or to go to the races. But
it was so fun to just go camping as a family and all the other families, and then have bike races or a bike race on Saturday. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Mama, how have you felt about your work-to-life balance this year?
Loving the work and feeling a little crushed sometimes.
Dada, what changed in your life this fall?
I got downsized from my job, so that came at the end of September. Yeah, that was a huge surprise, and it's sort of a forced change that hopefully will be a good one.
How are you feeling about that?
Torn. It was a little disappointing, but now it just sort of forces you to consider what could be different in the future. So looking at maybe a different career or something. So we'll see.
Mama, what did you think when Dada lost his job?
Well, yeah, I was pretty excited. I was like, great, this is a forced change. Kind of like how I was, in a weird way, excited about the pandemic. Like just things that shift the existing situation kind of made me excited. So, I mean, of course I was bummed for Todd, but I really saw it as an opportunity for what exactly I didn't know, but for something to shift. It's always been a little dream in our hearts, pretty much since we saw another family, the Quinns, do this. They took a sabbatical year and went to Australia. That was about, was it 10 years ago? No, not quite 10, maybe 8 years ago, something like that. Anyway, so it's always been a little bit of a dream, like we could do this, go somewhere. But then as you guys got older, it just seemed less and less like it was actually going to happen, because I knew that Todd would never quit his job. And so, yeah, it just suddenly this little bit of light was shining through, like, where are we going?
So, what's next?
we are going to spend about 8 months in Ecuador. We're just gonna go down there and spend time together as a family and experience a new culture together.
So why did you choose Ecuador?
We wanted Spanish speaking for sure, because when we first met, we spent about 6 months in Nicaragua together. So we were initially looking at Spain, and the visa process for Spain was way too long. So Spain or anywhere European quickly became not an option if we wanted to spend more than 90 days, which we did. We didn't want to just do a 3-month. This needed to be more of a significant cultural experience than that. So Spain was off the table, and then we didn't know.
Yeah, I think we were trying to find a place where the kids could get, make friends and just really feel a little bit of a connection to a community down there was the hope, maybe with a school or. And I said, how about Ecuador? Because I'd done some research that day and looked like, that was a country that was fairly easy to get a longer visa, or at least get an extension. So.
And I was all in, because I've been kind of leading the charge, and for Todd to be able to express any kind of interest or research, he had apparently spent that day researching, and so I'm like, done and done. Great. The reasons he gave me were great. Seemed safe. Time zone was fairly close. Spanish speaking. Andes, rainforest,
Ocean.
beach.
I still wasn't sure.
Yeah, but I took it as Todd's all in on Ecuador, so let's go.
So what did you feel you'd missed the most leaving, Flynn? What were you worried about?
The two things were probably like friends and school, and then skiing. I didn't want to lose the ski season.
Talk about the two different options that we had for school and which one each of you preferred and why.
I really wanted to go to the international school because, it was in person, so then I could make in-person friends and, be able to see them every day. And then also, it would have been easier to join sports. It would be easier to join sports in the international school versus, online. Because they have a bunch of after-school sports programs.
So tell us your understanding of where we're going.
Ecuador.
Yeah, really small city, walking distance, everything. Everything within walking distance.
Well, what are you most excited about?
I think we're going to be doing lots of hikes and things. That should be
Yeah,
fun. And just experiencing a new culture and all the amazing stuff in Ecuador, I guess.
Yeah, for me, probably all the nature and all of the, probably just all the free time that I'll be able to have. Because, the whole day isn't going to be going to school somewhere.
We have found that special enrichment program in this town where you meet with other kids, some who are local and some who are like you, probably from other countries. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it'll be nice to have some in-person, interaction so I can have in-person friends rather than online.
Meh. I don't know. It doesn't seem that amazing or anything.